to another video from Loving Every Stitch by Ruby Baby. I'm Ruby Baby, and in this video I have gone granny square mad. I have an update on a project that I was working on, and I want to share with you some other granny things that I've done. Okay, so hey, before we get started, I wanted to ask you, have you done all of the things? If you haven't done all of the things, please do all of the things, or at least 3 of the things, okay? Thank you. First things first, do you remember this scarf? So some time ago, probably like in the summertime, I was commissioned to do a scarf. A friend of mine had this scarf and she said she loved it so much, and she was asking if I can replicate it in some way, but I wasn't quite sure how I was gonna do it. And see this material that it's made of, it's like this ruching material, and it's really stretched or whatever, and it is very comfortable. Like, I just been playing with it. The stretch of it, the weight of it, and all of the things are really nice. And so she didn't give me a time restraint, so I just, took some time to be inspired and come up with something that I think that she would love. And so I have. So I finally remade this scarf. I actually made it twice, and I'm gonna tell you why. So anyway, this was her scarf, and what I came up with, because in the vein of granny square madness that I've been, I've been going granny square mad, I made a scarf because this reminds me of granny squares, because it's like all these different colors. So this is what I did. So I made a super infinity scarf in granny. Now I want to share with you, shout out to Zelda NRJ3 and Yolanda Soto Lopez, because a couple weeks ago Z was working on these 5-point bucket hats, and she was giving a shout out to Yolanda Soto Lopez for a square that she had a tutorial on. And so I went to that video, and this is the square. This is the square she did the tutorial on, and let me tell you something, I went crazy. I went crazy on this square. So I will also put the link below for the tutorial for the square, but like, I was just so inspired by that square, and it is so fast to make. I can't say enough good things about this. And I was actually looking for a granny square that had, the circular inside and then squared off, and this was ideal and perfect. So what I ended up doing, so when I looked at this, how I got the color idea was because, see how it's like 2 colors in one? So like, there's no one solid color. It's always something mixed. And that's what gave me the idea to double up the yarn as I was making these squares. So when I did this, let me see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So I made 10 squares. So what I did was I picked 5 colors out of my stash that symbolized or replicated the colors that I saw in this scarf. And let me see, I have it resting in my Priscilla Distinctive Crochet prism bag. So I put these colors together. So I had this color, which represented this shade of purple. I had this color, and this is all yarn from my stash. Some had ball bands, some didn't, but this was I believe a red heart orchid. I think that's what this was. And then I had this yarn, this shade of purple, and this replicated this purple right here. And this, I believe, was Red Heart also in Dark Orchid. I believe that was the color for this one. Let's see what I got here. Then I had this bright yellow, which replicated the yellow here, right? This was Red Heart. I don't remember the colorway to this, but it's like a really bright yellow. So I had that. And then I don't even have a lot of this. I used a lot of this one. But this was a Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn, painted in this like berry shade. I don't know what that, I don't have the ball band for that. But I used this to replicate this color in the scarf. So I had the berry, had that. And then I had this color, which is also, I love this yarn, painted in more of a purpley color. And this one represented kind of like this color. So I used this to kind of represent that color, that shade in the scarf. And then I also had a beige that so there was like kind of like this color. It's kind of grayish, like gray beige. I'm not really sure, but I don't have that color with me right now because I'm working on another project, and I left it where it was. I don't have it, but I used, you know, it was that shade of beige. Also Red Heart, I forgot what it's called, maybe Aaron or something like that, to represent this. So put all of those colors together, and what I did was I doubled it up, and there's not, out of all the squares I was able to make, not one is the same. So I was able to do so it's a 4 round granny square, and I just put colors together and just try not to replicate it. So every single square is absolutely different in this piece. And after I made it, I was like, wow, I legit made a whole super scarf. It was a real big super scarf. So I wasn't sure if this is what she had in mind. So because, you know, at first I wanted to surprise her. Because see, look, I'm wrapping it around 3 times. Look at that. I love it though. First, I wanted to surprise her, but then I was like, I don't want to present her when she had this super, I mean, this is, when this wraps around 3 times also, but it's way thinner than this one. And I was concerned that she may not love it. I'm pretty sure she would have liked it, but I don't think she would have loved it. So I took some pictures of it and I sent it to her. Not, you know, I gave her the whole preamble about it, and turns out she absolutely loves it. And so I get to gift it to her tomorrow. So that's why I'm here making this video really fast, so I can share it with you. So this was the outcome. This is what I came up with to make this. But in my angst of her not liking it, I decided to make more squares. So instead of doubling the yarn, I just took the yarn, you know, in bits and pieces, and I made more granny squares. So with those granny squares, let me see, I still have them in the bag. So those granny squares I made, and this is how these turned out. So I had this one, and so when I reached out to her, I had this one. When I reached out to her, I asked her, you know, if she wanted a big scarf, if she would like it, and if not, I had another idea in mind, and I wouldn't mind making another one for her. But she said she loved this, so I didn't have to remake it. So when I did this, The idea I came up with so that I didn't replicate any grannies, I would take a set of colors, like I would take 4 colors, and I would, of course I don't have any here, I would make this granny, and then the second granny I would make the same colorway but in reverse. So I would start with the yellow, then the berry, then the beige, and then the purple, and then the matching granny would be purple, beige, berry, yellow, like that. And so I did that, but because she said she liked the super scarf, I made something else with those grannies. And so I made this because, you know, I am super in love with the balaclava. So I used those grannies to make this balaclava, and I absolutely love it. Now, the only thing I will say, this is a fitty, like this is a real fitty. So I'm not sure how I want to market this, because this could still be for an adult, but it'll be a fitty hat. Or I can market it to a smaller person, a younger person. So I'm gonna take my hair down. I'm gonna show you how cute this is, because I am absolutely in love with this balaclava. Of course, I didn't weave in my ends. They will be woven in soon, but I just finished this today, and I absolutely love this hood. Okay, so that's what I made. So shout out to Yolanda Soto Lopez for this granny pattern. And so this balaclava, this hoodie takes eight squares to make, and with this colorway I had I believe I had 6 colors altogether, so I ended up making 12 squares. So like, you know, like making the colorway in reverse, I made 12 different squares. So I needed 8, I have 4 left. And like, of all the grannies I already have, like, I don't know what possessed me to make more grannies, but I did anyway. I did, and I absolutely love them. And what I will say is, if I try to make this particular pattern again, only difference I would make is I would probably add another row to the square. I would make this a full, because I don't think this is quite 5 inches. Maybe this is 4 inches. So I would make a 5-inch square. I would just do another round of square and then put them all together. So I'm so excited. I absolutely love these squares, and I'm very excited to share this. And at the end of the video, I'll post some pictures that I took of this and the different ways she can actually wear it, to just kind of help her along, you know, the way to wear it, right? So I didn't stop there. So see her. So I had this yarn years and years ago, and I absolutely loved the color. And I know I remember buying that yarn from Michael's, but I don't remember the name of it or I don't remember any specs about that yarn. But I do have a picture of the yarn here. And I made a cowl out of it, as you can see. I made a cowl out of it, and like those colors just made me so happy. So people always say to me, you know, I have a gift to put colors together. But what I do often is when I see colors together, like just out and about, and I really like it, I'll actually write notes to myself. Like, I'll put it in my notes on my phone. Like, I like turquoise, fuchsia, army green, you know, I'll put all those color combinations together. So when I'm working on a project, I can go back to those color combinations and just pick you know, what I need. Like, oh, I need something that has a 4-color combination. And I'll look at all my little color combinations and say, which ones have only 4 colors? You know, it could be 3 colors, 4 colors, 5 colors, 6 colors, like whatever. So anyway, that scarf that I just showed you, I sifted out the colors inside that scarf. And hold on, let me get the yarn. Okay. All right. So in that color palette, I saw brown, and I wish I had a lighter brown, but this is the brown that I had, so I used this brown. It had like a nice teal color in it, so excuse me, had a nice teal color in it, so I used this teal sparkle. This is the Mainstay sparkle in teal. I'm pretty sure this is Red Heart too, by the way. This is also Red Heart from my stash. I don't have a ball band for this. Oh, maybe this is the ball band. It's all ratty. But anyway, this is a very old skein that I've had, but the color is Pool. So I used that. Then I had some Red Heart in Time. Use that. I had Red Heart in Coral. I used that. And then I had, I think this might be Loops and Threads, I believe, from Michaels. And it's like a hot pink. It's not really showing up hot pink here, but it's hot. It's like a very vibrant hot pink. And then this was, I'm pretty sure, some type of Red Heart buff, maybe the buff color, that deep beige. So I put all of these colors together. Can't even hold it. You saw them, right? I put all of these colors together, and I did the same formula with this. So I would make a square and then make the same square in the opposite. So for this color palette, I'm gonna just put this down right for a second. So for that color palette, I ended up with 16 squares because I had 8 colors all together. And this is the outcome of that. Good girl. This is the outcome of that. And I absolutely love how this came out. Like, not only are the colors just so beautiful, but I don't know, it's something about this pattern. This reminds me, like, it just kind of has like this spaced out look, like a little space helmet or little headphones or something. The way the way the pattern kind of worked out and the way it sits on the head. But anyway, so with one set of squares, I made this one. And with the other set of squares, I made this one. So same color palette, reverse of squares. And so, take this off for a second, please. When I say I love, I literally cannot get enough of it. Like, I just can't stop. I can't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. You can't make me. But here we go. And yep. So, and here's the top of the head, the crown of the head. I love that. I love that square, how that's sparkling like that. But yes, there you go. So I'm super excited. I'm super happy. I'm preparing for my Christmas market. And so these will be nice little accessories, so I can have a little something for everybody. Let me take this off because I'm actually getting warm. But yes. What do you think? I hope you didn't forget about that scarf. the one that I had to make for my friend, because I really got a lot of the feedback from you guys, and I took that into consideration when I was making it. And it turns out she actually likes it, and I'm happy. I'm happy to be able to give that to her, and just in time for the weather to break and everything like that. Like I said, I'm working on Christmas season stuff, so I have some things, you know, I'll talk about that in a later video. But for now, I just wanted to show these granny projects that I could not keep my hands off of. Like I don't know, I'm insatiable when it comes to these grannies right now. I did put together like a little, not tutorial, but a little walkthrough on how I assemble them. So I'll be able to share that soon. It's not a tutorial, but it is a walkthrough. I'm not gonna, you know, I can recommend, you know, the grannies. It's not like I'm gonna make grannies on screen or anything like that, but I'll just say, hey, make a 5-inch granny square and this is what you can do with it. So look out for that video. And I think that is it for now. Yes, I think that's officially it for now. So thank you for watching. Thank you for spending some time with me. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Okay? Bye. Hey cousins, one last thing. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, share, and hit the notification bell so that you will be updated with every video that I post, okay? Thank you so much. I love you again.